Okay, so welcome to the complete documentation for the ImmigrationFinder AI voice system. And the aim of this video will be to explain you the documentation of the fully templated AI agent system that I built. And it will be just to sort of guide you on how you can use the current system as well as replicate this one for the other clients as well. And so let's get straight into it. As you already know, the platform stack is basically using Retail AI, Go High Level, N10, and Twilio. Now, N10 is really necessary here because it acts as an orchestration layer as a middleware in order to connect the Go High Level with Retail AI, and without it the system will not work. It will break down. So ensure that for every future client you have an N10 instance as well. You can also work with the current instance, or if you want for future clients, it's up to you if you want to have a separate N10 instance as well. So this documentation details all of the instructions that you need to follow for duplicating this for another client, and as well as a complete walkthrough of how the current system basically works. And here you can basically see the end-to-end flow, and I will try to explain it by breaking it down in step by step, explain what each step does, how it does that, and how you can actually use that. So you can read the all of the documentation down here, and this section 2 is very important because it basically tells you all the credentials that you need and all of the IDs that you need for this system to work properly. The current system for the current client is already set up in place, so you can see the current values, and these are all wherever they are used, they are currently being used in the correct way. But for future clients, you need to keep these things in mind. Maybe keep this table in mind, and not just this table. If you go down in the at the end, so yeah, here I have listed all of the values that you need to swap per new client. So yeah, just keep this table handy whenever you are trying to replicate this system for a new client. And so before showing you how to replicate that, let me just walk you through the current system so that you can better understand this complete documentation and how this currently works. So what I'll do is basically I will go through these steps one by one and show you visually how they work, how everything connects, so you can like understand this thing pretty good. So the first step in the current workflow is basically the immigration intake form, which when a lead will submit, our workflow, this whole flow will start. So for that, I just created a form inside of Go High Level, and it's called template dash immigration intake form. Now here you have to basically give your first, last name, the phone number, and the email. These are the basic requirements in order to create a contact inside of Go High Level. And then you have to select any value from this drop down, and you can basically change this for the current client, for future clients if you want. This is just like to demonstrate the capability, but you can entirely go here and like add a new option or change it, or maybe entirely remove it depending on how you want this to be configured. And then optionally you can select the preferred language, and optionally you can like describe your situation. And when the lead will basically submit this workflow, this first step is done. Now the second step will trigger, which is basically the GHL workflow 1. Now in GHL, basically we have made two workflows. So this is a folder, it's called templates dash immigration, and in here there are like two workflows that are currently in working order. So the first one is the lead intake from form. So whenever a lead will fill out this form, it will automatically get triggered here, and it will automatically get added to this workflow. Now this workflow basically takes the lead and places our retail call. So basically, before placing the call, it essentially creates a new opportunity here, and it basically there are like two pipelines. So the first one is the intake pipeline, and the second one is the AI pipeline. Now the in the intake pipeline, basically the lead will be in the fresh lead status, right? In the fresh lead stage. But in the AI pipeline, it will be in the to be called stage, right? So this is just for the opportunity tracking. The detail of each pipeline is also given inside of the documentation. You can view that, and if anything needs to be changed, you can tell me, and I will make the changing accordingly. So after that, it waits for 30 seconds, just to ensure that everything is properly set up, the contact is made, it's moved correctly, and after that, it places the call. So in order to place a retail call, we are going to use the support of another N10 workflow, and that's where basically the stage 3 comes in. So we create the opportunity, wait for 30 seconds, send the webhook to N10. Now in N10 we will basically receive the contact and basically call the retail API to initiate the outbound phone call. Now why do we need to use N10 here? Because we cannot directly make the retail call from here, right? Because this webhook sends all of the data, all of the contact data, and we are using N10 for other workflows as well. So this really provides us with a good visibility of what's happening. So this is the workflow that gets triggered. It's called place retail call, and it basically just receives that data, formats it accordingly, and sends to the retail API, placing a retail API call. And it also like sends all of these custom all of these dynamic variables that the agent can then use. So the agent will know the first name, the last name, the email, the phone, the service interest, the time zone of this particular contact. So it will talk to it accordingly. And basically what you need here to do is in the edit field node, you can see there are like three options here. So whenever you are doing this for a new client, you will basically replicate this workflow, go to the edit fields, and you have to change these three values. Um, it's also written in the documentation, but I will just show you that in this particular workflow, you will need to use the from number. So this will be the number in your in your retail or from Twilio that you have imported inside of retail. So you have like both options. So either you can like purchase in Twilio, import into retail, or you can directly use purchase inside of retail and use it directly from there, the way that you are currently using it. So yeah, you basically need to give the agent the from number, that's done, and then the agent ID. So the agent ID, you can find it in the in this URL path here. So if you go inside of retail and you click on your agent that you are currently using, this in the URL above up till this part is the agent ID. You need to copy that and you need to paste that here. So for this client it's done, but for the future clients, what you will do is basically you will export this agent, and maybe if the new client has another retail account, you will go there, import, uh, go to home and click on import, and import that JSON file that you exported here, and you will see in that retail workspace, this agent will automatically get created. And then you will click on this one, and here you will get the agent ID for the new client, and you will go here and paste that agent ID here. And this is the retail API key, so you can like similarly go to the settings, go to API keys, and add a new key here for the new client and copy that value and paste it in here. So yeah, these are the three things that you need to configure for the new client, and you will be good to go. So yeah, after this places the call, the call will get triggered, and then the agent will start running. So agent also has two different tools that it's currently using, and those two tools are basically two workflows inside of NA10. So if you go to the documentation as well, you can see that for NA10 we have like three different workflows. We just saw this one, place retail call. What it does is just places a retail call with the dynamic variables. Now the other two are just helper workflows for the agent. So one of them is the check availability, and the other one is the book meeting function. So the agent can because agent needs to know that if the user requested time is available in the calendar, so when it tries to book the appointment, agent the user might provide a preferred date and time for the meeting. At that point, the agent will call the check availability function, and this will basically tell the agent that whether the user requested time is actually available in the calendar or not. So this is the check availability function. All you need to do is whenever you are duplicating this for a new client, you will basically duplicate this workflow, um, or you can like download this workflow, and might be the new client has another NA10 instance. You will go to that NA10 and import. You can like go here and import from file. So you will import that JSON that you downloaded earlier, this workflow JSON. You will import it, and you will click on edit fields, and all you need to do is to set the calendar ID here. So this is the calendar ID that you can find inside of Go High Level. If you go to settings and if you go to calendars, so might be for the new client you will have another Go High Level account, and in there you will have another calendar. And in here in the calendar section you can come and basically copy that calendar ID and place it here basically. So that's all you need to do here, and this will be good to go. So the third workflow is the template dash book meeting. Now this is as it's self-explanatory, basically books the meeting after the user confirms the given time and it's available. The agent will call this workflow to book the meeting. Now, whenever you are setting this up for a new client, you will also do the same thing, download this and import from file in the new NA10 for the new client. And as before, you need to go into the edit fields node, and there are basically three things you need to change. So the calendar ID, you already have it. You will, in the same way that you did for the previous workflow, you will paste that here. Now, location ID is also pretty simple to find. So, and this is the calendar ID that you need to copy from here. If you go to business profile, and here is the basically the location ID of the GHL. So you need to copy this one. You need to go to the book meeting and paste that location ID here. And the third thing here is you also need the Go High Level API for the new account, right? And so the way that you will do that is you will go to private integrations from here, um, here, and you'll basically create a new integration, and you can give all of the scopes to it. So after you click next, it will ask you for the scopes. You can give all the scopes, and then you will copy that API key. It make sure to keep that safe because it will only be shown once. Copy that, go here and paste it in place of this here. So these are the three things that you need to set up here. Don't worry about this will remain the same. And yeah, that's all you need to configure in the book meeting workflow. And once you do that, all three of your workflows will be ready. Make sure to hit publish on all of these so that they are live. And another important thing is that you will also need to copy the webhook URLs. I have mentioned this in the documentation as well, but let me show you. So basically, these are the two functions that the agent has, right? But in the case if the new client has a different n10, and of course you will download this and import from file in the new n10 instance. In that case, um, for all of these workflows, you basically need to go to the first node webhook and copy this production URL. Now where you're going to paste that? So for the book meeting, it's pretty obvious. You will go to the production URL, copy this URL, click, and it will automatically copy it, and go to the book meeting, book consultation function, and here you can see the post endpoint. You will replace this with the copied URL for the new n10. And then similarly, you will also go here in the check availability and click copy the production URL for the check availability webhook, paste that into the check availability endpoint here as well, and don't forget to click update here. And after that, you can just hit publish and it will make it live. And for the place retail call workflow, you also need to copy the production URL. And assuming that you're using the same workflow, the same lead intake from form step, you will copy that URL and paste it in the last step, in this step here, which where you're basically calling the n10 for placing the call. So yeah, this is how you will replicate it for a new client. Um, for the agent, what you're gonna do is basically you can click export. It will download a JSON, and you will obviously have a new retail workspace, and you will click import, and you will import that downloaded JSON, and it will import that agent and with all of the configurations. So the only configuration that you will need to do is the functions. So the webhook URL that I just demonstrated right now, and the other configuration you need to do is in the prompt. So in the behavioral guidelines, maybe you can change it if you want, and services this agent handles. So you can like give the services, or it really depends on the new client that you are going to be working on. And in the end, you have like the simple table to help you with all of the values that you need for the new client. So these three initial values, the agent name, company name, the services list, booking hours, these are something that you will be injecting into the retail prompt. And what you can even do is basically if the new client has a lot of new requirements, you can give the new requirements along with the prompt of this current prompt. You can copy this and give it to any AI tool and ask it to like rewrite the prompt, and make sure to not change anything related to function calling. Only change the behavioral guidelines and the knowledge of the agent. And so regarding the agent itself, these are all the functions that it has available. I don't know if we want to use transfer call for this particular client, but in the future, you can also provide the transfer call functionality as well. So this basically means that if the user is angry, or it requests that a human needs to support me, the agent will automatically transfer the call to a human. And here basically you have two options: static destination, dynamic routing. In most cases, I think static destination will work fine for you. Just give a number, and what the agent will do is basically dial that number, and based on the type of the transfer, it will transfer the call to that particular human. In the call transfer, AI does not say anything. It just calls the agent, the sales rep that you have in place. But in warm transfer, you can basically the AI will basically provide a debrief to the next agent, to the human. The AI will basically tell a little bit about the call, what happened, so that the agent has a good idea. So you can use this if you want in for a future client, and it's pretty simple here. You can keep most of these settings ticked on. Just maybe uncheck the three-way message, and just click update, and it will work for you. And these three basically you want to always keep. This depends if this is optional, if you want to keep it or not. Now for other settings, you can also provide a knowledge base to the agent. In this case, I did not add any, but for future clients, if they provide you with some sort of documents, so you can add a new knowledge base and it will open this here. You can like click on plus here, add a name, and there are like multiple options. You can add articles, text, you can upload files, or you can like crawl and sync your website. If the client has a website, you can give the link and it will crawl that web page and add all of the information here. So this is you can basically configure a knowledge base for the agent, so that it knows about the business, more information about the business. And most of the other settings you can keep as well. These are mostly self-explanatory. um, you might not need to change these a lot. Just ensure the voicemail detection is turned on and hang up if reaching voicemail. You can also leave a message, but this works fine for most cases. And then the post call data extraction. So in our workflow, basically we saw up till um, in our original workflow that we were following, um, we saw that the agent can check availability. It will then call the book consultation tool, and it will close the call warmly. So as the last step, basically, when the call ends, the retail will send the post-call analysis data to the second GHL workflow. So if you remember, for GHL we have basically two workflows. So we saw this one, lead intake form, and for the second workflow is basically the post call analysis. And what it really does is it receives the data of the analysis of the call. So whenever a call is ended, retail extracts some variables out of the call, right? So the most important one is this one, outcome, and this has like multiple choices. So it basically tells you what was the outcome of the call. So if it was booked, if it was no answer, if a callback was requested by the user, if they were not interested, or a wrong number, or a manual review. So these are some of the choices that we currently have, and we can add in or remove some of these. It's entirely up to you, for new clients as well, for this client as well. So all this workflow does is basically based on the input choice, it moves the pipeline stages. So for example, if it's booked, it in the AI pipeline it will move the stage to appointment booked, and in the intake pipeline it will move it to case evaluation. And if it's no answer, it will just move the AI pipeline to no answer / follow-up stage. And all of the detail about the movement of the stages of the pipeline you can check in the documentation as well. There is great detail in here as well, in the section 3.4. So if you want to like change anything, you can let me know, and for future clients you can like also change it. It's entirely up to you. Yeah, so this was the whole workflow. I hope it makes sense. uh, if you did not get anything, you can like rewind the video, watch it again, and or ask me if anything is unclear. But yeah, you can also see the post call analysis variables that we are basically extracting. And this is the system prompt that you can copy it for a new client, but you will definitely need to change the services and the behavioral guidelines for the new client as well. And maybe add some extra instructions if needed. So yeah, this is like everything is sort of templated. You just need to copy paste and adjust some of the important variables inside of each of the workflow, and after that you will be good to go. And I have the step-by-step replication guide here as well with screenshots, and if anything is unclear you can like ask me. But yeah, so this was the complete end-to-end AI voice agent for the immigration finder, which is templated. You can copy it for other clients as well. Right now the phone number we're using is this one that we bought directly inside of retail. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.